Hello, my name is Jim, and today I want to talk about effectively managing cash. Strategically managing cash is another level of your business, and I think it's one that most business owners either ignore or do not have the time to get to. So bear with me as I set the stage here from my point of view. Level one is the operations, right? It's what you started the business to do. Whether it is blogging or streaming or manufacturing a widget to sell, this activity takes up most of your time. You're trying to be successful and make money. So of course, you spend all your time at this level making sure the product or service is top quality and something people want to buy. Level two is the marketing and advertising. You need people to find what you're selling. Level three is the administration, all of the bookkeeping, invoicing, meeting minutes, all of the documentation to keep the business in check and in compliance with the powers that be. Then there is the cash level. This is where I want to focus today. At the cash level, whether your business is making money or not, there is work to do. And in my opinion, most businesses let their cash sit. Again, it could be a sore topic, it could be that you just don't know any better, or it could be that you do not have the time to focus on it. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you are not strategically managing your cash, no matter what position your business is in, you are losing money on your money. Let's get into it. Please note, I will be discussing rates, and rates are subject to change over time. So if you're watching this video at a later date, the data may be incorrect, but the ideas here are most likely still valid. Inflation is a killer, and over the last 5 years, it has become abundantly clear that we cannot keep up with inflation. As an example, the cost of energy. Think about this. Just in my household 7 years ago, my utility bill, gas and electric, was $300 per month. Now, nothing has changed in my house. We have the same number of people, and we run the same amount of laundry each week, the same with cooking and TVs and lighting. None of that has changed, but magically my utility bill is now $700 per month. I can look at the bill and see the energy usage year over year. In comparable months, it has not changed. As a matter of fact, you know what has changed over the last 7 years? We've replaced all light bulbs in the house to LED bulbs. So we added efficiency, and my bill has still doubled. And I know I'm not the only one. The only thing that has changed is the results of quantitative easing. All of that money printing by the Fed is finally coming back to burn us. You can make the argument that there is incredible demand for energy these days due to all of the AI servers sucking up the electricity. But I still believe that the printing of dollars to pay government debt has caused inflation to skyrocket. Looking at the trend over the last few years, inflation was between 1 to 2.5% in the 20-teens, and then it popped in 21 and 22 up into the 6 to 7% range. And what you have to realize is that the 1 to 2.5% in the 20-teens didn't get revalued to zero in 22. The 7% in 2022 is layered on top of the previous figures. They don't reset it to zero and recount, it's additive. And to really drive my point home, and this is something I'm going to build on in this video, we're not getting raises at work to offset that. We might get a 3% raise, but that cannot compete with inflation. So we're losing year after year. If your cash is sitting in a checking account or even a savings account, you are losing money to inflation. Checking accounts pay 0.01%, and most savings accounts at your bank pay 0.62 right now. Those rates are not even close to the 7% inflation number. So to put some numbers to this, if you have $1 million in your bank account earning 0.62%, that's earning $6,200 per year. If you follow one of these strategies here, you will be earning a minimum of $40K per year. So while the cash management strategy level is ignored or just not understood, a strategic cash management policy or process is so critical to both your personal and your business finances. Now, if I have your attention and you don't need to hear any more of this, I'm going to tell you to go to numeratus.us and book a call with me. Let's get your strategy in place and working right now. If you want to go over some strategies first, continue to watch. We're going to go over some ways to improve yields on cash balances while still keeping our cash liquid. For the first one, we're going to use a ladder method. Let's assume we have $2 million in the cash accounts of our business. Now, a portion of that cash is needed for monthly expenses. So for level 1, liquid cash, what we are going to do is keep 1 month of expenses in our operating accounts. Let's use $200,000 for that. Now, ladder 2, what we are going to do is keep 2 months of expenses available, but not readily liquid. So we will keep $400K in a money market account, and money markets are currently paying between 4 and 6%. Now, those funds are available via wire transfer if you need them in a hurry, but they typically put gates on those accounts. So you see something like you can only redeem funds 4 times per month. You can deposit as much and as often as you like, but the limit is on redemptions. For ladder level 3, we're going to invest 3 months of expenses in 4-week T-bills, and they are going to roll weekly. So we will take $600K and stagger it and keep it rolling. So the funds are tied up on a monthly basis, right? 4 weeks. And every week we roll one of those investments. 4-week T-bills are currently paying about 4%. So while money markets are comparative on rates and more liquid, what we are doing is diversifying our funds, and as a result, we're reducing counterparty risk. Ladder level 4, the last one, we're going to put the remaining funds of the $2 million, so we have $800K left. That is going into 3-month treasuries, which are paying roughly $385. So we satisfy the diversity to mitigate risk, and we earn more than the checking or savings accounts at the bank. So, granted, this is more work than just letting the funds sit, but we're earning more on our cash, and we're spreading the risk around. And in the end, that $2 million is earning us about $70,000 per year. You could pay someone to manage this for you and roll those investments and still make more than letting it sit in the checking or savings account at your bank. That was the ladder method and the most involved investment strategy in this video. I have 2 more, and they are much simpler. So for the next one, what I want you to do is contact your banker. If you have watched any of my other videos, I have been talking about building credit and a relationship with your banker. You will need them for loans, approvals on large wires, reductions of your banking fees, and lastly, and relevant for this video, you want to ask them about sweep accounts. What a sweep account does is it links to your checking account, and at the end of the day, it pulls your remaining balance and sweeps it into an overnight investment account. And the next morning, the funds are returned to your account. You could set a target balance so that they don't leave you with 0 overnight. Maybe you want to leave $1,000 in there, and then they pay you your interest at the end of the month. Now, you can have them sweep for free and earn a lower rate like 1%, or you could pay a monthly fee closer to money market rates, like 4%. The rates also change with the amount deposited, so you could earn more with higher balances. Now, this won't earn as much as the ladder method, but it is still better than letting your cash sit. And this is incredibly easy to do, and it allows you to build your relationship with your banker. Now for the last method of cash management to earn more on your cash. Municipal bonds. These bonds are tax-free and are currently paying between 3 and 5%. So in the previous examples, our $2 million was earning like $70,000, but that income gets taxed at your income tax level, so anywhere from 15 to 37% maybe, depending on what you earn. By investing in your local state's municipal bonds, you can earn the same 4% we've been talking about and avoid paying taxes on that income, both state and federal. Now, your business can purchase munis through a brokerage like Schwab or Fidelity, and it's important to know that these are long-term. So you have to have cash sitting around. But this is definitely something worth doing if you are in a higher tax bracket or you want to diversify. Cash management is not terribly interesting compared to all of the strategy required to run a business and sell a product or service. But it is another layer of the business that must be managed strategically. Otherwise, you're leaking funds daily. I have provided 3 different ways to manage, diversify, and reduce your risk to your portfolio to get it earning and fighting inflation. If you want to dig into this further and make your cash work for you, even if you're in a borrowing position, come talk to us at Numeratus. Let's get that cash working again. Numeratus.us to book a call, and numeratus.org for the community where we discuss this stuff and field any questions. My name is Jim. Thanks for watching.